Have you noticed things just aren't as strong down there as they used to be? You're not alone. After 50, many men start to lose firmness not because of desire, but because the systems that support blood flow and muscle control start to weaken quietly. Here's the good news. You don't need pills, and you don't need to feel embarrassed. Because in this video, I'll walk you through 7 simple stretches designed specifically for older men to improve circulation, strengthen pelvic support muscles, and help restore your confidence where it matters most. These aren't just random movements. They're backed by real science. If you stay with me, you'll not only learn how to do them, but why they work. And by the end, you'll understand how just a few minutes a day could change everything. I'm Dr. Daniel Hayes. For over a decade, I've worked with men in their 50 seconds, 60 seconds, and beyond, helping them rebuild strength, circulation, and bedroom confidence without medication or pressure. Most guys I meet say the same thing. I still want to feel like myself, but my body isn't responding the way it used to. And I always tell them this. It's not about trying to be 25 again. It's about giving your body the support it needs right now to function at its best. That's exactly what we're doing in today's routine. And once you understand how these 7 stretches work, you'll never ignore your pelvic health again. Let me ask you something honest. Have you noticed that your erections aren't as firm, don't last as long, or seem to fade halfway through? You're still attracted to your partner. You still want that connection. But something just isn't clicking. You might wake up without morning wood, or feel like your sensitivity is slipping away. And the frustrating part? Your blood work says everything is normal. Your testosterone is within range. Your doctor shrugs and says, "That's just part of aging." But deep down, you know it's more than that. It's not about youth or vanity, it's about feeling present, capable, and connected in your own body. Here's the truth most men never hear. Your erections don't just depend on hormones. They rely on muscles, nerves, blood vessels, and how well they work together under pressure. And like any system, if one part weakens, the whole structure suffers. That's why so many men over 50 experience a slow, silent decline in sexual performance, even when everything looks fine on paper. But this isn't irreversible. And you're not broken. Here's what most men, and even many doctors, overlook. An erection is not just a hormonal event. It's a neuromuscular and circulatory event. In simple terms, you need strong pelvic floor muscles to control the valves that trap blood inside the penis. You need flexible surrounding tissues so that blood can flow in without resistance. And you need a healthy network of nerves to carry the signal from the brain to the body. But as we age, 2 things happen quietly. First, sedentary habits weaken the pelvic floor and lower abdominal muscles. When these muscles lose tone, your body can't hold blood effectively during arousal. Think of it like a balloon with a loose knot, it just won't stay full. Second, tight hip flexors and poor posture restrict blood vessels in the lower pelvis. Even if your heart pumps perfectly, the blood can't reach where it's needed most because the pathway is pinched. Over time, this results in what many men describe as partial erections, numbness, or disconnection. And because these changes happen slowly, you don't realize how much control you've lost until you try to get it back. But here's the powerful part. Muscle strength, flexibility, and nerve response can all be trained even after 50, 60, or 70. And you don't need a gym, expensive equipment, or even much time. You just need the right routine done with intention and consistency. That's exactly what these 7 stretches are designed to do. Stretch 1, supine pelvic tilt. Why it matters. Reactivates your deep core and pelvic floor muscles without pressure. This is the foundation for blood trapping and control. How to do it. Lie flat on your back with knees bent, feet flat. Gently tilt your pelvis to press your lower back into the floor. Hold for 3 seconds. Slowly release. Repeat 10-12 times. Pro tip, Focus on the subtle squeeze in your lower abs and between your sit bones. That's your inner support system turning on. Stretch 2. Seated hip opener. Why it matters. Tight hips compress the pelvic blood vessels and nerves. Loosening them improves flow and sensation. How to do it? Sit on a firm chair. Place one ankle on the opposite knee. Gently press down on the raised knee while keeping your back straight. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch legs. Pro tip: you'll feel this in the outer hip and deep glutes, exactly where tension traps circulation. Stretch 3. Deep squat hold. Why it matters. Opens the entire pelvic basin, activates circulation, and reawakens nerves that have gone offline from years of disuse. How to do it. With feet shoulder width apart, lower into a deep squat. Keep heels down and back straight. Place elbows on knees for support. Hold for 20-30 seconds. Pro tip: if it's too hard, do this next to a bed or wall for balance. Stretch 4. Kneeling hip flexor stretch. Why it matters. Tight hip flexors restrict the blood vessels feeding the lower pelvic area. Releasing them improves inflow. How to do it. Kneel with one leg forward in a lunge position. Tuck your pelvis under and push forward slightly. You should feel a stretch in the front of your hip. Hold for 30 seconds, switch sides. Pro tip: don't arch your back. A small pelvic tuck makes all the difference. Stretch 5. Happy baby. Why it matters. Relaxes the pelvic floor while increasing hip mobility. Helps balance tension and sensitivity. How to do it. Lie on your back. Pull your knees toward your chest and grab the outsides of your feet. Gently pull down while keeping your tailbone on the floor. Hold for 30-45 seconds. Pro tip: breathe deeply and imagine your whole lower body softening with each exhale. Stretch 6. Standing hamstring reach. Why it matters. Tight hamstrings pull on the pelvis, disrupting alignment and blood flow. How to do it? Stand tall, then slowly bend at the hips, reaching toward your toes. Keep knees slightly bent. Hold for 20-30 seconds. Pro tip: don't force the stretch. The goal is soft lengthening, not pain. Stretch 7. Wall butterfly stretch. Combines hip opening, spine support, and pelvic blood flow in a passive, relaxing pose. How to do it. Lie on your back near a wall. Place the soles of your feet together. Let the knees fall open. Slide your hips gently toward the wall. Rest arms beside you. Hold for 1-2 minutes. Pro tip: this is a great way to end the routine. Stay here and breathe. Final encouragement. You don't need to do all 7 stretches every day. Even 3-4 consistently can wake up the lower body systems that support stronger, fuller erections. Start slow. Be curious. And give your body a chance to respond. Because it will. You were never meant to go numb. You were never meant to feel disconnected from your own body. But when circulation slows, when muscles weaken, when no one teaches you how to care for your pelvic health, it's easy to believe this is just part of getting older. But that's not the whole truth. Because with just a few minutes a day, simple, intentional movements, you can restore what matters. Strength, responsiveness, confidence, connection. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming the parts of yourself that still deserve attention. And it starts by listening to the places that have gone quiet, not because you didn't care, but because no one told you they mattered. Now you know. Now you have the tools. And your body is waiting for you to show up. If this video helped you feel seen, or reminded you that your body is still capable of change, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a brother, or someone you care about. Sometimes, all it takes is one piece of knowledge to change someone's confidence for the better. And if you'd like more guidance like this, simple, honest, rooted in real science, subscribe to this channel. Every week, I share practical tools to help men over 50 restore their strength, circulation, and sense of connection without pills, pressure, or shame. This is your space. You're not alone in it. And I'm really glad you're here,